Hello and welcome. I am the average goob, and today we're working on Rise of the Intern. As I said we would. So, today the plan is to work on some of the HUD stuff. I want to get the boss HUD info in there, and it's really just displaying their health. Oh, wrong one. Hang on. Need the Figma. There we go. So it's basically just getting this. Want to make sure I've got their name, their health percentage, and their health bar. So that's really it. So that should be pretty quick and easy. All right. And then I added some stuff to the save and load data, but that's definitely not going to happen. I've got some of the stat tracking already done. I added some lists here for adding a combat log. So just a way to store all the events that have happened. Um, maybe the damage the player does, maybe the damage that the enemies do, but you know, this can at least be for debugging, and then I can like save the logs and stuff. But we'll see. This might be too much data, but I thought it'd be cool. And then I was thinking of a location pop-up. So your typical MMO style, you change zones, the screen shows you where you're at. And then I do want to show the enemy difficulty based on their difference in level and their status. So for their status, I've got easy, normal, hard, extreme, elite, and boss. So basically anything can be these different difficulties. Boss is reserved. And I don't have like a way to make them elite. I just kind of have it random, randomizing their difficulty. But this will actually scale based on the zones. And then they'll have a chance to be elite. So I kind of want to see if I can get some implementation there. All right. So, guess we can start with the HUD. And adding the boss health. Margin container. I'm going to drag this over here. It's literally a... I don't even know if I need a HBox container. Because what I'm going to do is scale this. Might actually copy this health bar. I guess since I'm doing a percentage, I don't really need to show this health. Actually, all of these are going to have unique names. Okay. I was going to have it, so I have it set up here. I have a little, like, some space around it, but we'll see. I kind of like it like this. But that's why it's in a margin container, so we can control this. Um, I wonder if I can position these. Oh, I can. Okay. Nice. Hey. What's going on, Seto? Welcome in. Thanks for the raid. Oh man. How's it going? I was just watching you. I was just watching you. Well, caught in 1080p. It's not 4K. How's it going? How was the rest of your stream? I missed a little bit of the end there. Welcome in, RGB Productions Games, Papa Joe TSM. Papa Joe TSM, why aren't you subbed to Seto? What the heck? Finn is fine, welcome. Savian, Seto, of course, welcome. IRAD Dev, variant of Seto Raid. Went very well. Actually was testing, saving, and loading by the end. What? No way. Would you believe that's somewhere on this on deck list? Look at this. Save and load player data. I know I can do these things. I can save appearance and stats. I'm actually already saving appearance, but I can't check it off because it doesn't work. Jack T Bridge, welcome. Booyah Grandma, hello. Name's very familiar. I think you're part of the indie game dev group, right? Didn't realize I'm broke on the 22nd. He'll get my Prime sub. No, it's okay. No, we don't worry too much about that. But yeah, definitely use that Prime sub if you got it. Make sure you use that free money that Bezos gives us for having Amazon Prime. Appreciate it. Well, welcome in everyone. If you don't know who I am, I'm the average goob, and I'm working on a game in Godot called Rise of the Intern. It's I figure out how to say this. It's a 2D survivors like corporate RPG. Eh? Kind of like that. Short and sweet and to the point. And currently I'm working on the oh, that emote threw me off. It just was like a green bar. That was weird. So I'm working on my survivors like gameplay right now. And I've got some like UI UX stuff built in. I spent a lot of time on this. We've got different class selection here. We've got stat point distribution. We've got full customization for the character here. And I have to do a lot more art. This is the only like art that I've worked on for this game. I'm gonna try this. Thank you for the follow, Alcidonia Dev. Thank you so much. But yeah, so we've got like this little character customizer. You can randomize it, which is fun. I like doing that and just seeing what I get out of it. We can rename ourselves here, and you know, I can sit here all day showing you all the features of the title, but I'm actually working on getting a boss health bar here. So the boss I just have spawning in right now, it's not connected to any of the stats. I literally, just before everybody showed up, I added that bar, and it looks like it's a completed game. But yeah, so we've got enemies. I actually just worked on some RPG style selection. So we can select the enemies around the map, which will be used for targeting abilities. I'm just going to destroy the boss. He's got nothing on me. And then, so yeah, we've got like all of our basic stuff here. We've got the survivors like elements. We've got some passive damage, AoE. We've got experience, levels. We have scaling for everything. So I've got uh, my cheat UI is a little bit messed up, but I can like level up and heal so I can test stuff. But yeah, it's a little in progress. It looks so clean. Thank you, Jack T Bridge. Art is overrated. Internet says so. You know what, Finn? I agree with you. Art is overrated, but uh, I got the like minimum viable needed art for character customization and to allow me to have like randomized enemies and stuff right now. So all the enemies will have their own unique styles and looks and outfits. Right now, it's literally just like some dudes in an office. Like that's all I've got. So I've got to work on a little bit more style. You know, I would like to add some like dresses and different types of suits, some like summer wear, beach wear for the expansions, all that good stuff. As an intern, can you steal the soda cans from the job? I'm thinking you're probably going to be able to like steal pens, sticky notes, you know, common office supplies that everybody's like, where did this go? This is why I never lend my pens to anybody. Like the way the numbers look too. Perfect amount of time on screen. Read it, shrink, fade, tilt effects. Thank you. And a lot of this is like, it's just coded animation. So there's a lot of stuff I want to still do to this, but I'm just practicing. Yeah, so if you need to go take care of yourself, I totally get that. You've been streaming for quite some time. So feel free to leave everybody in my hands, but I appreciate if you're hanging out. If you're hanging out. I was being ironic, but it's good to know how you really feel. Finn, obviously I'm joking. Art's very important. Like you wouldn't be able to see my game. I mean, there are text-based games, but this is, you know, a good way to express myself. Linux developer, welcome in. Goob, how are you? Why did you type that backwards? That threw me off. Pain of being misunderstood. No, I know Finn's joking. I'm jealous. I've been trying to get my UI looking nice in game. Well, the secret is that I am a professional web developer and designer, and I've been doing this for quite some time. And for my UI and UX stuff, I actually use Figma. So I've been designing everything in Figma, which gives me a lot more, you know, freedom, if you can call it that, freedom to like design the interface I want. And then Godot has been so generous in allowing me to convert these into usable, you know, pieces of information. I have to depart and make sure Casual reaches home safely. Be back in about an hour or so. All right, I appreciate that, Seto. Thank you. Hope you have a good night. What? Nice. Energy bars from the office are the best. It's a good intern payment. You just stealing energy bars from the fridge and stuff. What? No, not cheating. This isn't cheating, right? Figma's fantastic. I use a lot for my old work. Your UI is so clean and consistent. Thank you. I try. I try, and you know, I think it pays off. Like Godot having the ability to do all that. But yeah, if you want to check out any of my games, I've got averagegamestudio.com where I have a list of my featured games, and then there's like this little scroller here and like coming soon. But if you click on my portfolio, we've got a list of all these games here and all the ones that I've been making. And this has been like 15 years of just making games. So there's quite a bit here. I don't have all the games I've ever made on here, but these are the ones that I've made for like game jams and stuff. However, having a Christmas tree up in January is a war crime. Well, I had my Christmas tree up a week before Christmas, so I want to enjoy it for just a little bit longer. And besides, it's a gamer tree. It has RGB. It changes colors. If that's Christmas, then oh well. Hey, Deflex, welcome in. Said I was very happy to announce for the first time on behalf of all Seto Corp of your appreciation of your stream. Well, thank you. Well, I'm glad everybody's here. Let's settle in. I'm going to be working on some of this UI stuff to see if I can make it happen. So I've got the boss information, and we're just going to work on that. I want to bring these out from the edge a little bit. Wow, Figma is more back-end dev. I never thought about using that for UI. We'll be yoinking that this week. Yeah, and the free version of Figma, like I'm not sponsored or affiliated with Figma in any way. I use it for work. I'm a freelancer, so it's very handy. I don't like their pricing structure, but it's getting better, I guess. Maybe. But they do have a free version that you can make like 3 projects, and you can use like one artboard for so many different things. And it's basically infinite canvas. Like I as you can see here, like I can just keep zooming out to this level, and then we can probably go, yeah, quite some distance there. You can see like the scroll bar eventually stops, and it may be able to give you more. And then you can zoom in like to a pixel. So yeah, this is amazing. But it's great for mockups. It's great for doing all this kind of thing. I use something called PureRef for my reference images and stuff. So it's, you know, it kind of has that same feel, but it's like infinite canvas and all that, where I take all my screenshots, I do all my planning, figure out things here, so I keep my Figma boards clean and less clutter. But then what you can do is like, if you want this, you know, screenshot over there, you just copy it in, and then boom, you've got your reference work or whatever you want to do. So these tools work really well together, and I enjoy kind of the workflow I've got going on for it so far. Do you have your UI panels fixed, or did you make them adjustable? Like in game, they're fixed. I don't know how to make them scale. I'm so sad now. No WoW from Mobius and Loki. What? What do you mean? Yeah, I read dev. I have no idea. Like being able to like scale them so people can like resize them. Like if I did this, nah, these are just, it's just static. It's just to make made it I made it look like a window, like a monitor. But I mean it does obviously, like it gets bigger here. And if I started this in full screen, it scales really nice. So it seemed pretty high quality. Wish there was a custom panel container accounted for panel titles. Oh yeah, like having something up here. I mean, it works. Um, it gets the job done. I'm still really new to Godot, and so it's handled everything I've thrown at it that I've needed, but I haven't really gotten to any like advanced things for it. Mobius is played by Owen Wilson? What? What are you talking about? Did I miss something? Mixing the letters up in streams overdone. I did miss that. Who's Mobius? What do you mean? Oh, I've never seen Loki. Yeah, I've never seen that show. That is something I need to watch. Dang, I thought like I was thinking Morbius for some reason. When he like just every time I think of Morbius, I think of the time like he's just like it's Morbin time and then just like goes ham. I mean, you can use 9 patches, but I think your workflow is best. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So like my title, my scenes, um, so I've got these new career. Yeah, I see what you're saying. They're just colors. I didn't even need to use like 9 patch or anything like that. Like I'm not even using those. I'm literally using a panel and then I've styled them. Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so these are just very specific because they're not scaled. They're just like I designed them to be like this, but I think it would be important to use like the 9 patch. I just haven't used it yet. But yeah, so it's very like kind of janky. I've got like different containers. I've got like one big panel, like this Windows container, and then this top bar is just sitting in there. So it's just like I made like this custom Windows bar looking thing, and then I've just copied and pasted the container over. Not the best way to do it, but because it's a static UI, it gave me full control over it. Thank you, Ani Shard, Ani Han. Seto may be perhaps a little late from the raid. No, no, you're just in time. You still have the raider badge. Welcome in. Hey, Robotech. Welcome in. First time chatter. Thank you for joining. No, Deflux, don't wow her. Nobody's late. Everybody's here just in time, right when they're supposed to be. Actually, I just started. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, Robotech. I'm doing great. It's been a great weekend. I played a lot of classic WoW with Stellar Frog, and we had a good time. We spent a lot of time leveling characters. I got my mount on my paladin. I got him level 40, so that's all I've been doing this weekend. How's everybody else doing? Making fish sticks with the cat. With the cats? Your cats can cook? I'm so jealous. Also, I got a new keyboard, and not to jinx or anything, but I'm really liking this keyboard. It's an Eula F99. I don't have any links for you or anything, but um it's pretty cool. It's actually a wireless keyboard and it kind of looks retro. Like if you check this out, it's really cool. It's got like some glow. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it doesn't have like translucent keys, so you can't like see the lighting through it. But this thing's pretty neat. It's pretty cool so far. It's got like creamy clicks and stuff. My other keyboard kept double typing, so I'm hoping we don't have to deal with that here. I'm already followed, so that means you're a decent streamer. Mark you down. You were late, but it's okay. No, nobody's late. Now, if you missed the stream, I would say you're late, but you're here. Couldn't bear to lose your unpaid internship. Even if it is an internship, you're gonna rise against the corporations. Okay, let's update. Oh yeah, boss HUD. Oh, need to reference the boss. Still getting used to all the key positions. It's like a compact keyboard. Apologies if it's been said, but are you doing you're doing a game jam next week, Pirate Softwares? No, Anihan, actually. I'm glad you asked. It has not come up yet, but I'm doing the Stream Team game jam. So I'll be working with two nerdy nerds. I'll give them a shout out. Let me spell that right. I'm going to be working with the two nerdy nerds on a game jam for our Stream Team game jam. This is the first annual jam. And unfortunately, it takes place at the same time as this Pirate Software jam, but it's the first place prize is the same prize. So I figure my chances are going to be a little bit better here. And we decided to go ahead and do this one. So it takes place the same time. We got, I think, 2 weeks to actually work on a game. And, you know, we're actually 3 people. So we're almost hit the max size. And I mean, we haven't really talked about structure or anything like that, but Bernardo and I both, you know, familiar with Godot. I have some, you know, art plus UX, UI skills and stuff that I can bring to the table, a little bit of coding. And Celine has art and animation, everything covered. So I think we're gonna be working pretty well together. Hey, thank you for the follow. Knights of G, welcome in. I was 30% considering to do that. Well, I mean, just join. Like, even if you spend like a 3-day period of time and just whip up a game, you know, I think it's gonna be good. You know, we don't have too many people, but we do have 16. And this could be like 16 times the number of team members, I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't really know what the theme is, obviously, so we'll have to see when that comes out. But Falonier, our team lead for the stream team, is going to be putting this on, and one of the judges with Robitussin, Walby, and the Bexiest? The Bexiest? I actually don't know who that is. I got to do my research. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes, but I will be streaming some of the development of it, and it'll be fun. Can't wait. I know this jam well. Good. Good. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Is this I keep doing this. I guess that's the same thing as if not, right? Boss enemy. Piece of cake. No, Deflux, I just ate. I'm not hungry. I'm sorry. What is this? An image of food? Oh my gosh, that image is so big. It looks so wet. You work so hard for your, I'm assuming, privilege. Well, Deflux, I'm sorry, it has been stripped away. I ate that steak so fast. Does look good. I already ate though. I had what was it? It was like pesto bake or something. Pesto and chicken. I don't know. I eat factor meals, so the lazy way to eat a little bit healthier. At this point, I don't even know if they're healthy. All right. Oh. It's 2 Bob, welcome in. An honest and awkward question about the jam's rules on Gen AI. Whilst I appreciate it will one day replace us all, does it not smack of ostriching? I'm cool either way, but it's starting to feel like the industry is in denial. Ostriching? Like ostracizing? Oh, yeah, I mean, the point, like, for game jams and stuff, I mean, it's to, like, showcase skills, like head and sand. Okay, yeah, like I know okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, I agree with you too, Bob. I think we're in an era where we need to accept AI, but at the same time, like it's very controversial because a lot of the AI has been trained on people's hard-earned time, work, ethics, everything that people put in without their permission. And I think that's really like the big thing about it. And it's like I can guarantee a lot of people are using it for code. A lot of people are using it for writing. Like it's just like you can't avoid it. I mean, like I use Grammarly and like that thing's flooded with AI making suggestions and stuff. And I'm sure without checking a box, they're taking all my writing and using it to train their AI. And it sucks. But yeah, no, it is touchy. Um Using AI is going to be a still. Oh, yeah. It's a skill, right? Using AI is going to be a skill, right? Just like typing, just like coming up with ideas. I mean, like AI is so helpful in coming up with ideas. I'm assuming you're referencing the rules here. So only use artwork. This doesn't say anything about coding, right? Um, but I think this is to help promote the skills of our stream team. We have a lot of very skilled people, and it would be kind of unfair to use generative AI in a game jam. And I think in the future, this will become like you have to say that you've used it kind of a thing. But yeah, right. Nope, just art. And yeah, that's the other thing too. So it's it's a tough subject. I get it. I've used Gen AI art. I've used it for code. I've used it for, writing stuff. Like it's just part of like my workflow in some cases. I mean, even some of my reference art here, some of it's AI, like these are AI. These are clearly AI. And it's like I'm not using this in the final result. I'm using it as like inspiration. And like even that feels weird, but it's like it's no different than me going to get references from other people. And we're going to get to the point where we're not going to tell the difference, and that's the scary part. But yeah, I mean, like I wouldn't take something code or art otherwise and just be like, yeah, it's 100% mine. Like I use Claude to help me with reasoning. I help Claude to help me work through code and help me debug. I've had it restructure things, but like I'm not just going to take a full output and use it. But that's me. There are people that don't know how to code, and they're going to take that and use it, and then they're going to ruin their computer because of a memory leak or something, and they're going to learn the hard way. I 100% believe that you should know what you're getting into when you start using AI to give you stuff, because if you don't understand what you're working on, then it's going to bite you. You're going to only take yourself so far, and it's like it's scary. It is scary because it can give you confidence. Um but it also at the same time, like it's made me feel a little bit more of imposter syndrome working with AI, because sometimes I feel like I'm like, do I even come up with my own ideas anymore? Like I'll throw an idea at it and then it'll give me like generated usernames or, character names or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And then I go off of that and start using it. But is it my idea at that point? It definitely helps speed up research. Like Google, I felt like has been so difficult to find the things I want. So yeah, I mean, embracing it is definitely going to be the future, but um, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to turn out. But it isn't one of the skills being tested here. Right, right. There's jams that allow Gen AI, and I think that this one is really we're just trying to show off what our stream team can do. And I think using Gen AI, and I mean, honestly, even for code, like, why not just code stuff? I mean, right? It's like, oh, don't use AI to do it. But it's like at the same time, is doing a Google search or a GPT search, is it just going to be faster, right? To get to the answer I'm looking for. So it is a tough balance. I agree with it. My kid's at uni right now doing fine art. I'm literally not judging, but it seems short-sighted. Yeah, I don't make the rules. I mean, honestly, for me, I can care less, about what people are using for their tools. I wish people would not pass off AI art as theirs, because it kind of takes away from the authenticity. It takes away from, some of the value of artists putting in the hard work. Like me making all these little characters, this is gonna bug out. Um, but like me putting in all the effort to make these characters, it's like if I didn't do any of this, just wouldn't feel right. Being like, yeah, I made this. I would feel obligated to say, yeah, AI helped me. But I take pride. I made these. I did these on stream. Like people know that I made them. You guys watched me do them. So like I take pride in the fact that I've done all this stuff and it's fun. But at the same time, like for a lot of the code, I'm not going to Google searching everything. I'm going to the documentation. I'm going to Claude. I'm pasting in my code and saying, "Hey, what's wrong? What did I do wrong here?" And then like I'm learning from it. I'm not just copying and pasting answers. I'm typing everything. Like, but it is getting tough to combat it, and it's scary. Like I said, that imposter syndrome. Like, am I a developer? But I've always copied and pasted code from Stack Overflow, so it's like it's no different. Just thought somebody should say it out loud. Yeah, I don't. Are people not? I feel like people are talking about it. Google's a nightmare now. Okay, it's not just me. I don't know anybody who's having a good time with Google searches right now. That's all I'm saying. And then like their little AI generated thing, honestly, is better than the search results that we're getting because everybody's doing SEO now. Can't imagine doing my dissertation with today's Google. Oh my gosh. I saw you make 4 of those confirmed. Yeah. Crosspad Creative, thank you for the follow and welcome in. Appreciate you. What are we working on tonight? Twisted Mood, welcome in. I am converting some of my HUD elements. So I'm adding the boss health bar and getting it to pull in the boss data. And maybe some stat track. Want to show some difficulty on the enemy. But yeah, right now it's just the boss HUD. So we'll see where I get. We'll see where I get. But yeah, no, it's always an interesting like dilemma conversation about AI and stuff. Like there's no denying it. Like we can't be like it doesn't exist. It does, and it's been here for a while. But I think that human art is going to be valued way higher really soon. I think once AI art is mainstream, and I see it in like featured images all the time, but once it's like more mainstream and people are accepting it and it slowly integrates, I think like people who do show their process and like can prove they're doing stuff, like their art value is going to go way up. It's going to be sought after. It's going to be, kind of a niche thing. But yeah, I think like marketers and like business owners, people like that are going to be using a lot of Gen AI because it's cutting corners. It's so much faster. We talked about the Coca-Cola commercial. The Coca-Cola commercial that they did with full AI, I blew my mind that somebody with that kind of money can't just pay their artists, but even they're doing it. So it's like, yeah, it's happening. Bunch of game jams have that rule. I feared that isolating on artists might lead to bad vibes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I've seen it too. Well, the game jams are encouraging people to be creative in a crunch. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like all of my game jams, I've worked with artists or I've done myself. And like the art's not great or whatever on some of them, but it gets the job done. Like these are amazing. These were just done in Illustrator and then I put them into Photoshop. So Stellar Frog made the art. I put them into Photoshop and added some textures. You know, this was done in full Illustrator, just like basic shapes and everything. This one was hand drawn, and then I took into Photoshop and added some like strokes to them and stuff, and made them kind of like cardboard and stickers. It encourages a creative outlet when you take into account the crunch time. Um, but at the same time, like I don't think it's any easier to do AI art and make a game. I haven't tried AI art in a game, but I feel like you would be fighting artifacting, you'd be fighting the wonkiness of it. But if you're a good artist, you could take that AI art, improve it, and like make your own versions of stuff. So I don't know. Like I personally, I don't see how using AI art would speed up my process. Because it would take me more time to generate a chair in the style that I want than if I just draw it myself. And I just learned how to do digital art last year. So I'm pretty new to digital art. I just, I just started. And like all these other games, if they weren't made in like Illustrator of sorts, somebody else made them. So like I don't know how good AI art would even be right now in like making a game. But yeah, I don't think people should get shamed for using AI art, but I also don't make the rules. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but I don't mind. Personally, I don't mind. AI has helped me a ton. That commercial was hilarious. The dog's tail was so uncanny. I did not like it. You don't mean to derail. I fully respect the decisions. That's fine. No, no, no. Hey, anything to keep me from working. I'm here to hang out with you guys and pass some time. The game, it will get done eventually. How does it isolate non-artists? By making it so they don't enter because they can't use their go-to tools. I mean, programmer art's always been a thing too. So I think that anybody not joining a game jam because they can't use Gen AI art, I feel like they're limiting themselves in a way, but they also, nobody's requiring them to join them. Going to Microsoft Paint now and accidentally pressing the wrong button. In fact, uses Gen AI under the hood. Right, Photoshop too. Any kind of like generating something in Photoshop is gonna create AI stuff. Like it's expanding the canvas and stuff. It is game changer. But yeah, it's hard to avoid AI now. Hey, Bear Like Lion. Use AI art all the time for placeholder. Not a problem with that either. I use stable diffusion locally with custom checkpoints. I like that. So it's like training on your own stuff. I mean, training on your own stuff. The rule isn't that what isolates them, though. Relying on a single tool is what isolated them. They still have the choice to have an artist on their team, use free or paid assets, or learn how to make art. They have a ton of options for that to follow the rules. The only thing that makes them not enter is because their own choice to use a single tool. I agree with that too. Um, I was asking about like using pre-made assets and stuff, and it says as long as you have license to them, it says only artwork you have license for. So what's that? Free game art. This you can go here and use any of this art. Like you can use any of this art. There's full dungeon crawler art ready to go, and like you can use any of this. But this is licensed to be able to do that. Whereas like we don't really know what AI licensing is. So that makes it really tough to like know if you own your AI art. We still don't even know if we own the AI art that we make because we don't know where it was trained and all that. Oh, you know what's funny? I actually think I did use this asset. This asset a long time ago. Check it out. Holy cow, that's still around. Yeah, so this is a prototype that I was working on. An old school like Survivor's Light. You see that? Look, there it is. So like I used it as placeholder when I was doing this. And so that's how you do it. You can just go use these things free of use in your projects. Yeah, that's funny. I was like, I recognize this. That's so funny. That's funny. Kind of like saying an artist that loses a hand is not limited. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. But okay, I mean, I totally don't mind. No, right. As a former athlete who was put in a wheelchair, I can assure you that my argument is not the same as what you're saying it is. Ooh, all right, we're getting spicy. I have a disability that I wasn't born with, so I'd say it glibly. Firmino Loden, welcome in. First time chatter. Biggest issue I have with the whole AI discussion is when people who do legit work and then is accused of using AI. I have never seen that issue. Really? Oh, that yeah. See, that would be a big issue. People doing legit work. But here's the thing, too, is like you can. It's easy to show your process. Art takes time. Take screenshots. Take videos. Post it on social media, or like maybe not Twitter, but like post your art somewhere with like copyrights or watermarks. Like do your time lapse. Like I can pull up my iPad and I can show you all the art I've made. Every piece of art I made has a time lapse video. And that is the thing too, is artists do, unfortunately, like most people in an industry that they have to prove themselves that they did the work. Like in math class when I was, 6th grade, 5th grade, whatever, it's like, show your work. And I'm like, oh, I just thought of it in my head. And like my teacher's like, no, you need to show your work. That's what we're hitting now, is these artists that do really good work, unfortunately, have to take the extra step to show and prove if they don't want to be accused of AI art, right? Bear Like Lion said it, procreate time lapse for the win. Exactly. So that's why when I decided I want to start making games, I'm streaming it so you guys can see what I'm doing. When I use AI, I let you know. When I show you my references, I show you my references. Like, it's a scary process, but if you want to prove that you're doing it, you just got to prove it. Like, you can't just be like gone for a year, come back, show off a whole portfolio and be like, yeah, I did all this, and expect everybody to believe you nowadays because AI is a thing. Yeah, that's a scary thing. I guess I didn't really think about that. That is even a debate. It's like watching the printing press be birthed. It's like society pulling teeth. Right. Cars replacing horses, printing press replacing handwriting, mass printing, getting rid of people who are copying, pages by pages and stuff. Yeah. I don't regret asking, but I'll shut up now. No, it's fine too, Bob. I enjoy a good discussion from time to time that's controversial, but also like I get it from both sides. I understand that people are afraid of it, but we also have to accept it. I use it. Otherwise, I'm going to get left behind. Sent my new game Steam page off to Valve for review. Yes, Bear Like Lion. Which game? No, I didn't. You didn't tell me. I saw some stuff get published on Itch, but I didn't see. I didn't know you were publishing a game. Won't be long before someone uses those videos to train the next models exactly how to copy processes. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you'd have to copyright it. You can do sorry, Stellar Frog's explaining something she saw. Oh, so AI has been able to fake process videos too. So it is scary. But you can do like glaze or whatever to prevent AI from stealing stuff. I don't know about videos, but they're doing it for like images and stuff. Oh shoot. We've been live for almost an hour. I have coded 3 lines of work here. And thank you for the hydrate. Oh, it's lemonade. It's so sour. Oh, and we got a stretch. Ooh, ooh. Surf's up. Oh, okay, you're putting that game up. Hell yeah, dude. I'm a musician. It's replacing me, and I actually helped. I'm not judging. Yeah, too, Bob. That's scary too. The AI music generators. Oh my gosh, man. Ooh. Oh, that was my shoulder. Oh, yeah. So it's definitely a huge thing, and I'm not going to deny it. And I'm sure all of my YouTube videos are being used to train AI. There's probably a version of me out there that's AI that I didn't condone or sign up for, but somewhere I checked the box that says they're allowed to. So yeah, it sucks. But here's the thing, and I've said it before, I'm not here that long. I'm here for maybe a maximum of 100 years, and I'm 31 years into that already. I'm gonna be on my way out, and I've got to evolve. I got to be part of it. Otherwise, I get left behind. I go homeless. I can't feed myself. But like, if I sit there and worry about these things all the time, it's gonna hold me back. So I learn the new stuff. It would be like our grandparents saying, "No, I'm not gonna use computers." It's the same deal. No, my calculator works just fine. Uh, no, the home phone works fine. I'm not getting a cell phone. I mean, it's like we've got to evolve with this technology together. It just sucks that it's happened the way it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's already happened. Pandora's box is already open, and we can either fight it or we can make it better together. And I don't know how to make it better. I don't know how. Like I'm such a small player in the game. I'm just living my little isolation here, and I feel like I should be in just chatting with this conversation. Like, oh, we could talk about this forever, and there's so many opinions, and I'd love to hear what people think about it. Um, but I feel like it always gets people angry at each other, and I don't want to see that. Like, I wish that we could figure out a way to move forward where everybody's happy, and it's unfortunate. I just don't see that happening anytime soon. But like, I'm just a guy. Like, I don't know what to do about it. I'll be here streaming my game dev with you guys until AI takes my job and starts writing the game for me. And then I'll go make games offline. I've always made games. I started with making board games. I started with painting on canvases and making pieces out of little wood blocks and stuff. So, um, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. But thank you for bringing that up. It's too, Bob. A lot of people don't talk about it, but it's very important that we're aware of it. Also, on the good news, Bear Like Lion releasing a game called Surf's Up. Oh no, you replaced all of your placeholder assets. Oh no, there it is. I see it. I see the CS:GO asset. This is cool, man. I still haven't played it yet. I know. I'm a bad friend, but I played Granger's game at least, right? I did something. We need to play this. It's multiplayer, so we got to hop in on this. It'll be on Steam in 2 weeks. Shit, maybe we'll just do that. When it gets on Steam, we'll go play it. I agree that we need to learn how to use AI as a tool, just like any other tool. Right. Just like Illustrator, just like Photoshop. I've learned these tools. I've used Photoshop since Photoshop 9, and I just started doing digital art like last year. So like I would have never claimed to be an artist, but now I am. What? I don't think so. I just hope that we can get a handle on the protections so we can continue to prioritize and value human creativity. I agree 100%. And I think that's the biggest outcome of this is human creativity is going to be super high in value, but it's going to take some time. Some of the most well-known artists were never appreciated during their time. So take that as you will. But I think it's going to take time, just like anything. It's very scary. But yeah, I think as a community, we stand each other up, we share each other's work, we criticize each other's work, we compliment each other's work, and we just keep doing what we can. If somebody's using AI art, don't bash them. Don't stoop to that and say that they're wrong for using it, right? Be proud of them for evolving. But if they start claiming it as like they made it, tell them to prove it. Just be like, yeah, show me. And you'll know, like, if you don't have to have that person in your life, right? Did I just get another hydrate? Thank you so much for the hydrate, Nemo. Appreciate you. Welcome in. But yeah, I think like just human art's gonna be so massive. I can't wait for that. But yeah, we can't fight AI. It's it's getting sentient. All right, let's actually turn this into string int. Um, oh, dot text. Hey, what's going on? Good evening, Ryan Hawkins. Must have rated you from Seto while I was napping. You sure did. Welcome, welcome. You just missed our 30-minute AI discussion. Clip that and put it on YouTube and have AI train on my video, and then we'll debate AI with it. I've done digital art on and off since 1990, like when the packages were pixel by pixel. Hey, they still are. A lot of people still doing pixel art. Still completely a dog poo artist in my humble opinion, but the tools got better along the way. Just suck it up. I say shutting up now. No, it's okay. You don't have to keep saying shutting up. You make great points. Like, I'm totally on board with that. Like, I've been doing digital design work and stuff for a very long time. I've done graphic design. I'm a freelance designer. I do web design. I actually learned web development out of necessity. I learned game development out of necessity because I do game design. I'm a designer. I design things. That's what I do. Um, and you can't take that out of me, but you can guarantee I'm going to use tools that make it easier for me to design. Like these icons, I didn't even make this icon. Could I have made this? Sure. But I just use an icon pack. There's like little plugins. I click on it. Look at that. It's right there. There's the icon. It was the first one. Is it placeholder? I don't know. For now, probably. Um, will I make it in the future? I don't know. Like that's the thing. And it's just like there's tools to make things easier that we need to use, but at the same time, like I'm not going to claim I made that. It's different me making it and saying that I could make that. So, yeah, no, definitely use the tools, evolve with them. AI reference art and concept art's amazing, but then again, it takes away jobs from concept artists. So there's a lot of, push against that too. It sucks. It really does. Is it good enough to not make it yourself? Yes, yes, it is. Exactly. Like somebody else made that. It's good for me. And there were so many other options. Like there's so many options to use. So eventually I'm not going to know if that's AI that made that or a person. And that's the scary part, but I've kind of already embraced it. Hey, yo, copy fan. Welcome in. So many options. Yes, so many options. How okay, I need to figure out where the HUD is and how to get the enemy. Player HUD. The game scene manager. We got the player. We can bring in a boss. So many options. Should I be a dum dum or a smarty? Uh First ad. Oh no. I apologize for the ask. Could you write something in chat? It could be anything. What are you gonna do? I can write something. A French ad? Ooh, interesting. No problem. Did you just steal something from me? What did I just lose? Oh no. It's good, Ryan. I'm glad you're doing well. All right, let's get this boss info updated. All right, we'll hide this by default. Hide it. Welcome back from ads. And you asked, should you be a dum-dum or a smarty? I don't know what it's referencing to, but a smarty. I probably shouldn't run this command every time. Probably don't want to run this on process. Oh, that's ready. I guess I'm going to bed instead of game dev. I believe it was referencing the sure fit of options. Oh, yeah, all the icons that I had. There were so many options for the icons. Going to bed instead of game dev. Well, copy fan. I think that's a good idea. I think valuing your sleep and your rest is going to be more important than pushing. But doesn't mean you can't wake up. As soon as you open your eyes and you're feeling awake, get right to it. Surefit means more than you need. Interesting. I like that. Sleep's overrated. Yeah, I enjoy my sleep though. The older I get, the more sleep I like. Hard to get out of bed, especially in the winter when it's cold and the bed's warm. Very tough. All right. I hate going to bed. I hate waking up even more. See, I'm the opposite. I love going to bed, but like waking up sucks. Such a process. Anihan, what did you what'd you use my name for? Why'd you need me to write something in chat, by the way? What did I agree to? Never had anybody ask me. Um, all right, I need to tell this that the boss is alive. So how do we connect to the boss? Sometimes people use it for whisper link and they forget how /w. I've seen that before. I didn't get any whispers. But maybe I did. No, I didn't get any whispers. I don't mind telling you, but is it okay if I DM you the answer? It's not anything bad. Yeah, sure. That's okay. I think I have whispers open. Okay, I need to connect this in so that when the boss is spawned, the data gets sent. I think it's under my wave manager. That when the boss it isn't anything bad, famous last words. Yup. Let's see here. So we've got also I put this warning ignore and then I saw Bernardo get around this error one time. But I'm not sure what he did. I meant to pay attention. But basically it didn't want me to divide integers because it was returning a float. One to enemies per wave divided by 4. GD script integer division. No, I mean, I don't want to like ignore it globally. I think I just need to convert this, right? Like, should I just make the enemies per wave afloat? No, I can't do that. Maybe what I can do is I can do var enemies spawn per wave float equals enemies per wave, right? And then we could do this. Because this converts it to an integer. Narrowing conversion float is converted to int and loses precision. We can do a rand f range, but like I want it to be integers, right? So that's the problem too. Even converting it to a float, it doesn't matter because I want it to be an integer. Oh, that's fine, Ani. That's perfectly fine. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah. So var of number enemy spawn equals rand I range. Int maybe. Well, it's still gonna say it's losing its precision, I think. Let's see. Oh, good call. Maybe. Wave 1 started. Spawning 5 enemies. Okay, that works. See, copy fan, the problem with rand f is it's going to use very small decimal numbers in between things, and I don't want that. Time for some training. Have a lovely stream. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate that. Hope you have a good rest of your evening. Turn it into an int around it, right? Well, it's an int. No, I don't. I check the integer range, 1 between the number of enemies per wave divided by 4. Do int randf. Right, but I don't want this range to be between like 1.05 whatever and this other one. I just want them to be between these ints. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think it's just cause there's just too many numbers in between 1 and like 20 if I was using floats, and that's why I was doing it this way. But I kept getting this error where it was like I think that worked though. Thank you, it's 2Bob. I think that worked. I think we got there in the end. And I don't mind like setting this to a float before doing it. I was just using the enemies per wave. Okay. Spawn boss. We need to connect this into the HUD. So the player. Does the player have a HUD connected? You would love my XP and damage formulas. Yeah, mine are pretty scaled. Simply. They're scaled simply. Like my enemy scaling and stuff. Um, it's very simple. Where is it? Like right here. So I'm just doing exponential growth at very, very small numbers. Yeah, I had struggles with this. I was dealing with some high scaling. I threw it into Claude and it's like, yo, why are you using 9% per level? Why not use like 5% or 4.2%? I was like, oh, I'm like, I need to add a whole zero in front of all these. I didn't realize I was like scaling with such large numbers, and I was using like decimals like under 1, so they were getting all wonky. It's been so long since I've done any calculations like this. It was bad. I spent like 2 hours on stream trying to figure out that formula. It was close. I was close. I was off by like 5%. Um, okay, the HUD references the player. It's not referencing the boss, but maybe we need a signal. I'm gonna change this to boss reference. Magic hidden numbers with accidental side effects. The bread and butter of game resource hackers. Yeah. Permission to send a link? Yeah, I'll give you permission. The Spiffing Brick Guide to Infinite Money and add your game name here. Oh, that screenshot's so tiny. This is your take damage method? Oh my gosh. I mean, that makes sense though. That's pretty comparable to my take damage. Specifically in my enemies. Look at this. This is my take damage. But everything here, all these crits and the dodge and like their defense and stuff, it's all scaled. Like all these stats are scaled. Remove the width. Ah. I mean, to be real, it didn't improve it too much. Here, this is what I see. So it's higher quality, but even if I zoom in, we learn a thing. Well, I mean, I know about browser and URL variables. I didn't know they put them at the end of these. But yeah, didn't really. I get it though. I can see what's going on here. This is a massive screenshot though. Okay. What was I doing here? You've done web design? I'm Kappa, you dude. No, just kidding. Yeah, no. I didn't know that it put it in there. I didn't know that Discord had those in there. Can I set the signal here? I guess I can put this here. So boss info container dot show. And then we can hide it here. And then that way, when we update this, we don't need to do it here. And then we need to make sure we refresh the HUD. We need to connect the signal. We have to get the HUD. Is it in a group? Yes, it is. Granger, hello, welcome in. How you doing? Saw your stream earlier. Player HUD. By the way, I love some internal commands to do Ninkata bullcrap. Oh yeah, your comments in there. Or this one, Pokey API is thinking of following me. Thinking follow me as a TM move, resulting in having to write this damn exception. You know what? I don't know if I have any comments that are silly like that yet. I haven't gotten angry enough to write something. They're still at the point where they're kind of helpful. Came in with Seto, it seems. Yeah, Seto raided in here and left everybody to hop on the struggle bus with me. Trying to connect the boss's HUD information. Wait, am I in the HUD right now? What's going on? Oh. I need to connect the wave manager? That's what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, we got a signal boss wave starting already set up. That's right. Okay. I see. I planned this. We don't need this signal. We just need to connect the player HUD. Oh my gosh. I'm having a brain fart here. The wave manager has the signal. I need to connect to the signal from the HUD. So I need to reference the wave manager? Oh, that's what I'm doing. Gosh. And I'm already connecting to the wave manager. Okay. I'm fine. Yeah, exactly. That big brain fart. Think of it 10 bits. All right. Boss wave starting, and we need to connect it to what's this function called? Update boss HUD. And then the wave manager needs to pass in the boss that's spawning. What's the boss spawner? You struggling too? Yeah. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a struggle. I'm just trying to get the boss to spawn in and show the stats, and then everything will be fine. I haven't gotten to a point where I can test it yet. We had like a 45-minute discussion about my thoughts on AI and how I know we need to embrace it. But it sucks getting there. My drink is so sour. At least I tried to bring my point across. The one from the API is also funny since I literally wrote a bug fix myself. Just need to request a pull request. I think I've only ever contributed to like one project. Also used 4 different ways of creating parameters since I kept finding better methods in almost 4 years I worked on the project. That's good. That's good. You should always go back and revisit code if you're working on a project actively. Gotta evolve it. I'm glad I'm not the only one struggling today. Must be brain fart day. Well, it's Sunday. It's the day before Monday, which is a work day. So I think I'm just like thinking about work. I'm like, oh, what do I have to do? But I want to focus on this. I slowly update the code, but refactoring everything takes time. Yeah, yeah. I definitely focus on things that make sense. Like, don't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't just start doing it just because. Like, if it works, it works. I've got JavaScript code that's been running for years just fine. Oh wait. Yeah, I mean this is right, but hang on. I've got my boss spawning in here. Let's go ahead and set this so that the boss. Yeah, the boss spawns after like 5 enemies. My Mondays are meeting days, so no work gets done. Oh, jeez. Thanks for the 50 bits and sharing your brain fart with me. Appreciate that. Whoa. That's not a sound from my game. It could be. Hey! Hey! The boss spawned. He has 10 health? That's not right. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Oh, no, we've got tons of bosses. This isn't good. Nice backup there. It's got a backup singer. Okay, we have bugs. I need to put a comment here to remove this. Yeah, my Mondays are planning my week for projects and stuff. I don't really have any like meetings usually. It's usually a day that I can get work done, get me ahead for the week. It's usually the good days. Oh, I didn't set the boss. I don't know why I copied and pasted boss. Oh, you know what I can do in the wave manager? I can just say if there's a boss already here. Just put this down here. Put these above here. These are all together. I wish mine were like that. Oh man, it is so nice. Like, I don't have to like stress about Monday meetings too much. But yeah, like it's nice to get everything collected, gathered, do my own personal stand-ups where I can like organize projects if I need to, figure out what I want to do for the week, plan it. It is so nice. Oh yeah, I'll rub it in, man. It's all I'm just saying, it is nice. But then again, like that means I have a lot of meetings on Fridays, which sucks. I'd rather have them on Monday, to be honest. Goob standing. What? Goob stand up is looking in the mirror. Oh, my stand up is looking in the mirror. Okay. Nah, just I look at the computer screen. It's just me. I put on my clown makeup and I start my work week. Oh man. Uh okay. So right now I'm preventing another boss from spawning if there's a boss. Where do I set this to false? All right. Ranger, thanks for the hydrate. This is so sour. Added like lemonade stuff to a lemonade flavored G Fuel. It was way more sour than I was expecting it to be. I should have known. It's one good thing about meetings on Monday. Yeah, you don't have to really worry about meetings until the next Monday. All right. When this boss dies. Oh, you know what? It's still using this code.
Yay!
So when we die, handles the dead state. Do we have the wave manager set in here? Probably not. How do I know if the boss dies? If boss equals dead. Right, but I don't think I'm setting that anywhere. I think once it says boss wave, it's just always a boss wave. Which is fine for testing, but how come I didn't undo it? Okay, that's fine. I have in the base enemy though, when they die, I can see if they're a boss. So if the enemy difficulty is 5, there it is. Oh, don't remove it. If enemy difficulty equals 5, wave manager. Can I just reference the wave manager? No, I can't. All right, here, we'll do this. Oh, hey, Zorchenheimer. Hopefully I said that right. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. I don't think I don't think we have met. I have seen your streams. I'm totally following. I've sat in on some of your streams, but I've never followed. I'm getting caught right now. How was your stream? What were you up to? For a second, I thought that said ASMR Tetris, and I got kind of excited, but also confused at the same time. How was stream? What you doing? What were you getting into? Working on some Tetris stuff. Very cool. Very cool. Welcome in from the raid. It's 2 Bob. See you were lurking here, hanging out there, vice versa. That's good to hear. Welcome in, Nico Man. Hello. Writing an NES game, legally distinct falling block game. That is great. Ekipan, welcome in. That is so cool. Well, I'm gonna delete the code that's causing errors, and you know what? Zorchenheimer, if you have to get going, I totally get it. Thank you for the raid. I hope you get some water, get yourself taken care of. And for those of you that are coming in here, I am the Average Goob. I am working on a game in Godot called Rise of the Intern. This is my like first long-term project that I think I've ever really worked on. Other than a game that when I was like 14 years old, I spent like 6 months building an RPG in RPG Maker XP. I've got a game design doc and everything for it, but my website's averagegamestudio.com, where you can check out some of my games that I've made, most of them actually. And I hate to admit that most of them, 90%, were made in like 72 hours or less, 48 hours. Some of them were made in a week, mostly game jams though. We got games like Archimist, which is my first Godot game. I made this in about a month and then polished it over 2 months. So that was for a Pirate Software game jam. I did a Learn You a game jam with Captain Coder, sponsored that, but also partook in the event itself. I kept a blog and I learned digital art during that time. I made a game called Quiet Quitter, and this is about leaving the office early, and then the jam was 1 button, so you can leave the office with 1 button. There's references to Metal Gear Solid. Zorchenheimer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Startup Engineer, thank you so much. Welcome in. But yeah, so then you scroll down and you get to see a lot of the other games. Some of these are creepy, some of them are weird, but more importantly, I made them. So I like them like my games that I've made. I don't know. Each of them are very unique and kind of distinct, if you will. So if you want to check those out, feel free. Just know that Some of them are very old, may not reflect current views. But they're fun. They're fun games. And some of them kind of bend some of the genres. Like this one here, we got Kingdoms Will Fall. It's like a action RPG, but you're the resource collector. So you go in, you collect all the wood and metal and all this stuff to manage the bases. You've got a reverse tower defense where you play the enemies trying to infiltrate the castle. So it's fun. Quiet Quitter needs Matrix special levels. I know. I'm not working on it anymore. All these are made in Game Maker except for Archimist too. So I've been transferring most of my stuff over to learning Godot, and it's been a treat. So I've been having a lot of fun. But the game I'm working on is a 2D survivors-like corporate RPG where you start as an intern, and we've got the different classes, and we've got different stats that you can randomize or set. We've got different character customization, and then levels select here. And then you just go in, and right now I'm working on the survivors style gameplay for it, and I'm working on getting some boss HUD information. We've got different things like the enemy selection for targeted abilities, and so you can like see their stats, so you can like select them like RPG style. And then we got some survivor style gameplay here going on, and then the boss should spawn here any second. Where is he? I know he wants to fire me. There he is. Oh, wait, it showed. Okay, so it updated his health. I love that it shows a weird bar glitch here. That's good. It showed up and we got the boss. Let's see if he takes damage. It definitely doesn't update it. Oh, it did. And he's dead, so it doesn't know that though. But that's what I'm working on. So right now it's an infinite spawner and I'm trying to make waves and get the boss info put in, but it's been a lot of fun. All made by hand, no AI. Yes. Yes. Most of the code, all the code's written by hand. Some of it's been documentation learned, some of it's been Claude bounce back and forth telling me that I made errors, which is fine. But a lot of Google searches that results in hours of trying to discover myself in Godot. I feel like I've been in the Godot forums more than I've actually been in the engine. Is it a bullet heaven type game? No, it's a survivors like vampire survivors and stuff. So I've got like my mood board here, and I know that there's like the bullet hell, bullet heaven style vibe to it. But it's gonna be, you know, vampire survivors. So I'm pulling a lot of references from like Soulstone survivors, Temtem, Swarm, things like that. But yeah, we've got things like mini games, RPG style stats, loot, inventory. See some of like my art progression for what I was gonna do for the characters. Yeah. And then all of my UI and everything. I think people get a kick out of this. I've been using Figma to design out my UI, and then it transfers really well over to Godot. So it's actually looking pretty close to it. And right now I'm just trying to finish up the HUD so that it looks like this. Have I ever seen Hollow Cure? No. Same vein as Vampire Survivors? Hollow Cure? Oh, no, I haven't seen this. Save the fans? That's great. Okay, that's really cool. I love the art style and everything for it. That's nice. I love this XP bar. It's so hard to design UIs effectively for like the in-game stuff. Somebody made a good point when I was doing my Archimist HUD. They said that like they're like, why is your info so far across the screen? They're like, I have a big screen. And they're like, you know, this info is just so far apart. What's the reason for it? And I was just like, I don't know. Like, because Holocure is $0 and extremely high quality. I'm gonna have to give it a shot. No freemium. Entirely the dev being a madman. I love that. That's cool. I'm fighting myself with releasing Rise of the Intern for free and then offering like in-game purchases. or making it a one-time purchase with everything being unlockable. And my thing is like every game I've ever made has been free, and then people have supported me here and there, which is really cool. But if I want to release on Steam, I was thinking it would be fun to try to sell it. But it's like, as an indie dev, I mean, I'm like, I don't do this full time. It's not like my job or anything. I just do it as a hobby. But it's like, imagine if I sold 1,000 copies. Like, that would be so cool. But it's like, I want everybody to play it. I don't want money to be a problem. And it's just being indie, it's such a balance that you got to strike. So we'll see. We'll see where I go. I guess from like my first commercial game, I have to release it for money, but it's like how. So I'll probably do like a free demo. I think that's important to have the opportunity to play it and then sell it. I always tell indie devs, you shouldn't sell your game under $9.99 because that way you can run deals and you're not getting, you know, you're not giving away your game for free. Like if you sell it for $4.99, it's like it's really hard to do a sale. Like $1.99, it's like kind of cool. But if you do $9.99, you can sell it for $4.99 on deals and stuff, and it's like 50% off, and then you're still making some money as a dev because we got to eat too. Some of us eat more than others. But yeah, and I'll check out HoloCure. I'm actually I'm gonna snag a screenshot for my mood board here. Free demo plus $8.99 price tag. Boom. Yeah, if anybody ever asks you why you do something as a dev, just say I don't know. Anybody who's a dev gets it. It's on Steam. Okay, so it's a free game on Steam. Oh, I love these damage numbers. I'm assuming this is experience. They've got like their passives and abilities up here with their profile. I'll check it out. I love this art. It reminds me of Gaia Online. Anybody? Am I too old for that? Gaia Online. Plus $5 for ad free. Yeah, we'll just start marking up the game. It's a free demo. The game costs $8.99, and then it comes with ads, and then you can pay for the bundle. You get a character skin plus no ads. Nah, I wanna make it so you can unlock stuff through achievements too. Postcardware was the weirdest license type. What? I actually use a piece of software that requires me to send a postcard to a foreign country to meet the license? That's interesting. So in order to play my game, you need to send me a postcard. The characters are VTubers from Hololive. There's millions of them? Oh, that is so cool. Okay. Well, it's definitely on my list now, so I'll have to check that out. That is really neat. I would love to make like little stream avatars and just draw like do like a redeem, like a point redeem on stream and draw like people's avatars like Foolbox does or um can't think of anybody else. But yeah, do like little avatars and make people in game. I guess Two Nerdy Nerds did it for their game too. Definitely something it does differently than Vampire Survivors is character specific ult passives. Millions is an exaggeration. I get that. I understand. Probably not millions, but like there's probably a legit 50. That's still a lot. More than 5 is a lot in a Survivor style game for being able to use characters. Beaks used to do it too. Oh, okay. Can you redeem it already? No. No, you can't redeem it yet. But yeah, like if I do, for sure. Right now, if you do want to name something, I have the stream names things, so you can do a redeem on channel points to name something in my game. And so right now we have Linux developer named an indie game studio, in beta Forever Inc. We got Staff with financial company, Pyramid Financial, and then I used AI to generate names for them. Come on, what happened? What did you guys break? Or just close it? What happened? Dang it. Well, it's okay. I've got these saved as resources so we can debug that later. Oh yeah, like this one's blue. Not reference anything. We sell everything on this planet and beyond, and everything we sell is out of this world. An online retail company that puts profits over employees' health. Greasy Pete's logistics. We'll get stuff from point A to point B eventually. Maybe point C if the driver gets lost again. We just take like if you want to provide descriptions and stuff, you totally can. But then if you don't, we go to Claude and ask him for him, them, it. Ask Claude for a funny little description. Totally saving to redeem that. Oh, it's definitely worth it. That picture with lots of characters, all of them are playable? Yes. Where is it? This right here. And I was going to show you the character creator, but yeah, all these characters are playable right now, and then you can customize them. So you'll be able to pick whatever you want. So these are like the starting classes, and you'll be able to customize their looks, their eyes, their hair, their shirts, their pants, their shoes, eventually hats. And I still have to draw more. Like I'm going to draw like different dresses and pantsuits and um, just a variation of hairstyles and stuff. Like this is just what I did on stream, and I haven't done anything in like 2 months on the art, so don't be mad. I've been doing a lot of coding. Like where does the company name be applied? I was gonna show you. Let me figure out this bug and I'll show you. I'm so sad that it just broke. I think Vampire Survivors does have like 20 characters. They've done a lot of collaborations and stuff with other people. So they've added like Castlevania and stuff into it, which is really cool. Soulstone Survivors has maybe like 6 to 8 or something like that. Mine will be the AI art intern, the least popular intern. This intern can work super fast, but none of them want to talk to them. Just sitting over there at his computer generating art, it'll just have like a bunch of like art flashing on his computer screen. Not impossible. But yeah, so we have somebody has Warren, the database admin, planning on doing like a mini boss for them. We've got the CEO, Jeb Fazos, probably changed the name, but this is like one of the online retailers. You can do motivational posters, which will be in the game, replace abilities, efficiency, just some fun things like that. Let's figure out this bug so I can show. You will cry on my avatar. Well, it's gonna have to fit within the game structure. Not parse global class base enemy. Oh. Alright, we're good. I just had to read the error. So anyways, so like you got this computer screen, like this is what we're doing here. But yeah, so you can pick all these different classes. So we got the gamer, delivery driver, retail worker, fast food employee, and admin assistant. And they have their different performance bonuses. So some of them start with like workload capacity or leadership. And then when you go to your strengths, this is like your resume. So you're like, yeah, I'm really good at workload capacity stuff. And then you can customize. So we've got different skin tones. It can be like whatever you want there. We've got different hairstyles. And these are just the ones from the characters that I currently have. And I think I'm gonna have to reset up some of the structure for this. And then we got the different faces. We got different shirts. We got different pants. We got different shoes. And you can randomize it too. Beth Jesus, yeah. But this is where the companies show up. So these will be the levels, and I'm gonna have like different level types. So we have a marketing company, the indie game studio, financial company, law firm, logistics company, online retailer. I have some of these disabled for now just to work in like level progression, but you can see like when you hover over it, company name provided on stream by Mars, company name provided on stream by RTN CDR. And so these will be randomized when you start up. I'm figuring out how I'm going to be able to do multiple ones. So right now it's just like one person has one company. But I have it dynamic, so I could potentially load up a randomized set of level names, and then it gets loaded into your level. Like whenever you start a new character, these will all be the names and randomized. Oh yeah, we can name our person too. So name him Goob. Yeah, and then there's just the description, their difficulty here. So yeah, it just kind of shows the customization. And then this is just the survivors gameplay. So like when you think about like RPG combat like Pokemon, Final Fantasy, it's turn based, um, tactical RPG stuff. This will be the combat. So you will fight like this, but you'll have an overworld where you're working as an intern and you'll be doing like boring office job tasks. You'll be taking care of your life in the office, basically. The character's had way too much coffee. Yes, he has. Yeah, so this is it. This is I got like some survivor stuff. I'm working on getting the HUD implemented. Let's see, that's what happened. It like went here and then it errored out. So we figured out the error. Oh, we got to name something from a copy fan. New company, Perfect Solutions. Okay, let's do that real quick. Why not? All right, here's the different things we have. Let me find the different companies. So we have all these different corporations that you can work for. What would you like your perfect solutions to be? It could be any of these. And just keep in mind, we do have like a game development company. We do have, I think, a marketing. We have retail holding. We have a financial. We have a law firm. We have logistics. But if I figure out a way to randomize them, more than welcome. So you're doing melee instead of range attacks, having to touch enemies instead of avoiding them? No, it's actually a little bit of both right now. That's just for testing. But each class is going to have like a set of abilities. You're going to have a ranged one by default. That's why I'm like throwing the mug. And then you're going to have like different auras. Like the gamer has like gamer stench or whatever. So if enemies get close, it kind of hurts them. You'll have different active abilities that you can use that will affect, AoE stuff, but it'll be like ranged. Most of the abilities will be kind of ranged. And you got to think of them like as RPG classes too. So they'll kind of play into their different roles. So like a ranged DPS for gamer, melee DPS for delivery driver, melee support kind of like a cleric for the retail worker, ranged healer or DPS like a bard for the fast food employee. The admin assistant is like a melee support, like a thief. So they'll have mostly like some melee abilities, but they'll like you can keep enemies at a distance with the abilities is kind of the idea. Law. All right, you want it to be a law firm? Cat girl rights. Okay. Let me copy and paste this so I get it exactly perfect. Oops. All right. And this is cat girl rights. And if you have a description for this, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, Claude will be put to work. You'll start writing? Perfect. I figured you would. So yeah, if you want to just give a short description, obviously short and sweet is better. If it's a little bit lengthier, it's fine. I implemented scrolling. Dwarf Fortress Office Edition. Okay, I just noticed you only died when you went close, but makes sense. Oh no. There's a coffee mug. So you'll see here. Just randomize everything. So like you'll see, I'm throwing a coffee mug. So it deals damage. Let's see. We just highlight him. So yeah, we got a range coffee mug for now. It's very slow. So like obviously running into them is just making it easier for me. But eventually he'll die. Boop, he's dead. But yeah, so it's just easier for me to run through him. You know how the hacker strats go. Okay. If boss update. Okay, so when the boss dies, we need to make sure he's not set. Hacker man. Speaking of which, I just got this new keyboard. Very, very creamy keys. I feel like I'm a hacker. My fiance, Stellar Frog, she's like right next to me, and she said whenever I'm typing, it sounds like I'm typing 500 words per minute. It's such a clean click. The keyboard I had before was double typing everything, so it was super annoying. So I just found like a $60 keyboard, just something quick and easy, and absolutely love this so far. But it's I don't even know how to explain it. It's like Cherry MX without the click. But it's also kind of it's not tactile. It's kind of like a linear switch. I don't know. If you're into keyboards, just go listen to some what are they called? Ayula? The Ayula F99 keyboard. Just go listen to some ASMR of that and you'll see what I'm talking about. I wonder why people love mechanical keyboards. Welcome in, Red Room Dev. I think it's the tactile feedback, the tactile feedback, the clunkiness, it's the sound, it's everything about it. Like you're at your computer and it's kind of like an extension of your hands and you want it to feel good. And like mechanical keyboards have always just felt good. Membrane keyboards, some of them can feel good, but they're kind of like mushy. Um, I mean, there's like different things you look for, but yeah, like I don't know. I've thought the same thing. Like, why do I like mechanical keyboards? I don't really like them too loud, but I like them to like to glide while I'm typing. I feel like I type faster on a mechanical keyboard, but that could be made up. You have mag switches? Okay. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah. My old, I think Razer Huntsman had keys that sounded kind of like that. Oh, yeah. Know what the I don't know what the hype is, but just always loved a good mechanical keyboard. All right. So we need if the boss dies. We need to set the player HUD to get rid of this. So we need to check the wave manager. If boss ref is nothing, turn. We also need to check if wave manager dot boss. Hmm. So that's just checking to see if it's null. $60 keyboards like 120 to 180 in the UK. Whoa. Yeah, that's a price difference. So it's not like a cheap option, but it is definitely good so far. Like, don't take my word on it yet. I've only had it for like a day. But I'm loving it so far. Your daily driver has the MX Blues. Ooh, yeah. I've used MX Blues on a Logitech keyboard. Your work one has the Kale Browns? I don't know what that is. I love a good sound test. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's like a chunky, nice like sound. I'm sure like they bounce back kind of a key. Yeah, I like something simple, something clean. It's got some chonk to it. Yeah, if it starts to ring, if it has like a ringy ting sound to it, it's just like kind of makes it sound cheap, even if it like feels good. It just kind of like gets to you. It just feels like it's gonna break if you type too hard. Guess I'm built different. I fell in love with soft keys as soon as I found such keyboards are present separately besides laptops. You have a Logitech K280E. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Red Rum. Like people like that's the thing. It's like you find a keyboard that you enjoy. I think like there's an obsession with the mechanical keyboards um because they make so many of them, but like membrane it's like you kind of got like one feel and so it wasn't really talked about. Sorry, we keep the stream PG 31 around here, okay? I don't know why it stopped you from saying that. That's all good. Uh how do I check to see? Okay, if the boss dies, I need to send this. It needs to send it. On enemy died. Enemies changed, emit. Spawn boss. Boss wave equals true. Okay. We do this. If enemy dot difficulty equals 5, then we say boss wave equals false. Oh. Hey, welcome back, Seto. Made it back in time to work alongside. Hope you've been having a good time making progress. We have. It's been a very, very non-productive stream, but we've been hanging out. Oh, here we go. We got a description. Perfect Solutions is your companion when it comes to your right and legal advice. We will help you. We'll help you a paw in court, but also give legal advice. It keeps scrolling on me. All payments are in perfect head scratches, and we remain our right to deny our client based on quality payment. All right, Okapi fan. All right, we got your company. All right, let's do company data. And this is company. Oh, how many R's are in this? 1, 2, 3. Was it Perfect Solutions? Okay. Just to get it right, I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna copy it. Okay. That was a good one. I bought your keyboard. Be here in 12 hours. Thanks for the tip. No way. Did you really, too, Bob? Let me know what you think. Like, I seriously enjoy this. That's that's pretty cool. Yeah, let me know. And always like keep all your packaging, everything. If you don't like it, send it back. Like, I'm not sponsored by them. I don't have to say anything nice. All right, let me just make sure. Perfect Solutions is your companion when it comes to your right and legal advice. We'll help you a paw. Can I do lend you? We'll lend you upon court, but also give legal advice. I'm using English spelling here. American English. All payments are in perfect head scratches and we retain our right to deny any our client or deny. Let's do any clients based on quality of payment. Perfect. Totally in black. Oh, did you get the ones with the where like they were keyless on top? I was thinking about that, but I needed to see the top of them. There's 3. Okay. Might want to adjust it, but yeah, I did. Hopefully that's fine. It's a tax write-off. Hell yeah. Yeah, any keyboards, any kind of stuff that helps me with my business, my job, freelancing, even stream. Because I'm a contracted streamer, being an affiliate. All write-offs. All right, difficulty, we'll keep this at 1. We don't have any unlock. Level scene path. Test scene, boom, stream named. Oh, copy fan. We'll say level unlocked. There it is right here. Perfect Solutions. Oh wait, I need to flip those. My bad. No. Skipped over it too fast. It happens sometimes. Law firm. Perfect Solutions. There it is. That's how easy it is to add a company. Difficulty 9 because of 9 lives. I don't think our difficulties go that high. It only goes up to 5. Also an affiliate for what it's worth. Really? Oh, you do stream. Oh, okay. Play some Dota Underlords. I love me a good auto battler. Yeah, I'll drop you a follow. I'll check out your streams. I'm a lurker. Very random dude. That's okay. We talked about affiliate status. A lot of people are affiliated, right? Yeah, I think the requirements have changed. I don't know if you can buy into it. Maybe you can or used to or something, but yeah, a lot of people made affiliate. All right, we're going to lock your level here for now. I feel like I should be displaying the company name and then the type differently. So we'll consider that. Or I might randomize it so that the company name is different in there. Okay, so we want to destroy the boss wave. If the enemy dies... Okay. And the HUD, we need to set this boss equal to nothing if there's nothing here. So we have it connected to boss wave starting. Oh, but we need to also... I think we need to connect it to the enemies changed as well. Can you do multiple connections? Let's test it. Cool. It is up there. So we'll see. We'll have to see how this works into here because it just says law firm. Yeah, I may have to reverse those. Anyways, let's test out the boss. We didn't have anybody name like the same one yet, so I haven't implemented that feature yet. Ooh. Okay. Um. No, I don't support non-alphanumeric characters. Nope, not that I know of. At least not in the games. Uh, Also, I do reserve the right, obviously, to add anything to the game if I don't like it or if it doesn't make sense to the game, you know? So just keep that in mind too, and I will refund your points, you know, in case you want to name something else. But just that way, if you do buy something, want to name it, and then it's like, oh, it didn't work out, I don't want you wasting your points. Epo's sad. No Zalgo text. I'm sorry. What's Zalgo text? Error calling from signal. Enemies changed. Not convert one argument into object. Okay. I could technically. Hmm. Okay, we can just do a different one. We'll just do signal boss died. I think that's a safer way to do this. Whoa, that's Zalgo. Yeah, no. Unicode chaos to the point of ineligibility. This is Zalgo. I barely read that. But no. Also, although it does look pretty cool, but no, we definitely want to keep it at least a little bit accessible so that we can read it. I've chosen a very specific Roboto font. I was using this Salmon Bold. I was using this, but it wasn't like the kerning on like the height of it was just, it wasn't working great. So I went with Roboto instead. This boss died. Yeah. Use unknown font. What's unknown? From Defont. Oh, it's the missing NOs. I love it. That's different though. That's for like specific things. We're testing to see. We should meet up with these interns. Look at them run away. The range people run away from you. Can't run too far, pal. Use it while loading? That is so cool. That's a great use for the missing NO font. Or unknown. Missing NO is that's the virus thing. Sorry, I was getting them mixed up. If that doesn't tell you what games I played. All right. Update boss. Okay. If not boss or boss ref equals null. That fix it? The other day I found an itch project that let me turn Tile Atlas into an actual font. Really? So you can create kind of whatever font you want? That's actually pretty cool. You know what? That's one place I always forget to look for like tools is itch. Sorry, I don't allow links. Oh, the boss HUD is not updating at a good time. Oh. Subclass of the argument. Search for pixel font converter and itch.io. Sorry, yeah, I don't allow links. Itch.io is a link though. Is it is it by Yellow Afterlife? I think I've seen this. Is it this one? Yeah, I'll link this. I've seen this before. But yeah, if you want to turn any images into a font, this is actually pretty cool. It's an offline tool too. Yeah, I think Yellow Afterlife has had like quite a few projects out there. Signal stat chain. Now I have my own 8x8 pixel font from an image I've been messing around with for like 8 years or for years. That's awesome. Makes it nice and easy. You- Okay. Not connecting to... Oh, I see. So in the HUD, we're gonna have to connect to the enemies taking damage. Hmm. Passing variables to HUD elements that are not part of that object is very tough. Oh, that's okay. We just need to figure out how to update this a little bit more frequently. Maybe we just do this during the processing. Does this make more sense? Really, we just want to do it when the boss takes damage. Okay, so we're not calling it at all. We need to maybe make a signal. Oh, hey! Oh, look at this. The tables have turned. Big Boy Games official. Thank you for the raid. This is... oh, man. Welcome in. Thanks for the raid. I'm also a raider from your channel. This is awkward. Well, welcome in. How was stream? I was just lurking. I had you on in the background. I didn't know what you were doing. What were you getting into today? Welcome in, everybody from the raid. It's going pretty good. I'm working on sending signals from a boss to the player's HUD instead of just making a HUD for the boss because I want to control it on one scene. So it's very fun, if you want to call it that. Welcome in from the raid, Ryan Hawkins. Welcome in, everyone. I'm the Average Goob. I'm working on a project called Rise of the Intern, working in Godot, and this is a 2D survivors-like corporate RPG where you play as an intern and you rise through the ranks of companies that have destroyed your life. And yeah, that explains it all, right? Everybody wants to do that. So I'm working on the survivors-like gameplay right now. And right now it's really, I don't even think the boss's health is going to show up, but I've been working on trying to get the boss's health to show up on the HUD today and have it work properly. So I'm getting into a little bit of signals coding that I'm not very familiar with, but still working through it. And there it is. So you can see the boss spawned. That's good. And then there he is. You probably can tell which one's the boss. So it doesn't show his health whenever he's getting hit, but now he's dead, and I've been getting errors here. Of course, no errors right now, so that's always fun. Yeah, that's what I got going on. I am a professional web designer, web developer, and I am a hobbyist game designer, but I've got a website called averagegamestudio.com where you can see some of my recent projects. And if you click on portfolio, you can see all of the old games that I've made. So many games. A lot of them, most of them were made in game jams. Alchemist was my first Godot project. And then the rest of these were made in Game Maker. Key the Board Warrior was my first attempt at digital art, hand painted digital art. And Quiet Quitter was my first solo project where I did all of the art in Illustrator. So I've been exploring digital art, trying to get better at it so that I can make the games I want to make. And yeah, I'm trying to cover all aspects like every other solo dev out there. We're working on a bunch of stuff. You added fish. What? You added fish into Starground. That's amazing. And in case anybody doesn't know, Big Boy Games Official is working on a game called Starground. Kind of like what would you say? It's like what's the game with the tubes and the automation? Factorio is one of them. What's the other one? Satisfactory. It reminds me of like a 2D Satisfactory. It's really cool. Eventually be fishable with a fishing rod. Then I started work on a radial menu. Oh, that sounds fun. A radial menu, including a fishing rod. Is your skateboard going to be on there? Signals are super awesome. Wish I used them more when I first started learning. That was one thing everybody told me I should learn is how to use signals so that I can send data back and forth. So I'm kind of learning, but it's been quite the struggle for me. It's hard to grasp it, but I think I get it. I just need to figure out when to send the signals a little bit better. And right now it's working, I guess. You saw that the HUD popped up. But now I need to set it so that if it doesn't exist, it needs to get rid of it. Also, I need to update this HUD more regularly. Like, I feel like this is not the place to do it. Because update boss HUD requires a reference. So I need to connect it. I need to connect it to the enemy, but I'm not like connecting to an enemy. That's what this is needing. Because I can't just connect to all the enemies. Whenever an enemy gets hit, am I connecting to... I don't have the wave manager in here. The HUD. I think I started doing this and I wasn't sure. See, and now I'm not sure how I connect back to the HUD from here. Layer HUD. I think I need a signal here. My signal's up top? No. So we need enemy damaged, and then... See, that's the thing. When this emits the signal, it needs to send it. Enemy hit. And then the HUD needs to take that and do something with it. So like when the enemy gets hit, it needs to go to the HUD. Like this isn't right. I need it to like say update boss HUD whenever the boss is hit. And I have all the code for the enemies in here under one script. Okay. I could just do it this way. Okay, that was right. So I could just do this. Because I'm calling update HUD whenever the enemy's hit. And then I would do if player HUD So there's got to be a better way to hook a signal into this. There can ever only be one boss at a time. Gonna run through the enemies, get a couple kills here, get the boss to spawn. Okay, he spawned, but the bar is like totally incorrect. That's fine. I need to set that. Okay, totally went to the negatives, did not disappear. Okay. I accidentally found your old site. My old site? Oh, learn you a game jam? Oh, that's not my old site. That's the blog. That's the blog site showing all the process for learn you a game jam. Yeah, that's linked up. And so if you go to Key the Board Warrior, you can click on this and it'll take you and show you the blog for that site. So for like everything that I did, I just kept this there. So if anybody was curious about like the progress, this is what I was talking about, you know, with like the whole AI art thing. Like show people, prove it that you've done this. And that's kind of what I did here. And so you can click into these posts. I've got the YouTube videos for them. And then you can go in here and check all this out. So kind of shows my process, me drawing everything. I was working from a physical book. So I didn't even have anything on a computer. I was just using my iPad to draw things. So yeah, it's actually pretty cool. It was a cool thing to do. Looking at it for inspiration, yours looks really neat. No, that's fine. Appreciate you checking out my work. Why share it? Okay, so how am I supposed to update this? I think we just need to do the if checks and stuff. Hmm. Okay, I think I need to actually just get rid of this. Replace it with boss. Boss doesn't even look like a word anymore. And then boss wave starting. We need to connect this to a different one. So we do func boss wave started. And this is where we set boss equal to boss ref. Okay. And then if there's no boss or it equals null, if boss ref and boss ref does not equal null, I'll just do that. And we set the boss. Come back up here, we do that. Then this is where we manually update our HUD for now. Okay. Show it, we update it. If there's no boss, boss equals null. Okay. I think that's where we check here. Boss died, update boss HUD. Hmm. We're gonna make a new function here. Okay. So then we just need to hook the boss died into boss side. And then how do we call this? Do a boss damaged, I guess. Okay, so whenever they take damage, it should update the HUD. If player HUD, enemy difficulty equals 5, I guess. If player HUD dot boss, then we just update the HUD. What are we connecting to? Boss wave starting and boss died. We don't even need to emit anything. Oh wait, yeah we do. Boss wave started, okay. So we set the boss ref. Oh boy. Signals is very convoluted to me. I feel like I didn't really need signals here, but better learn them than not learn them. Zenny Twitch, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Big boy raided. Yes, yes. Welcome in from the big boy raid. Appreciate for hanging out. I'm working on my Survivors like corporate RPG and trying to get the boss to show his stats. I mean, it's getting close, I guess. Hey, that actually we're like that close. Not bad. Okay, let's see if we can spawn another one in. Heal up real quick. I actually just watched the VOD and found who they raided. Oh, so you came in here on your own? Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, welcome in. And yeah, I hope you like struggling coding because that's what we do around here. It's a lot of fun. I'm doing well. I'm working hard on this game and started back in October. And it's been a lot of coding, so I'm actually looking forward to getting some more of the art done. I've been doing all the art myself, and so that means I've only worked on the characters and the UX UI stuff. So it's slow but steady progress, and I guess that's kind of the caveat of working alone on something is it feels like it takes forever. I'm used to game jams and things happening really fast, but I'm also learning Godot at the same time, so it's been kind of a slow progress. For me, at least. Some people might say that's pretty quick. Looks epic. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, probably should set this. I should set this after. I think that's what's happening here. Okay. So set the value, max value. I feel like this isn't happening fast enough. And I keep skipping through the character creation scene and all that just because I've got trying to get to the boss testing. But I've got like a whole character customizer. It's great that they all have the same hair. I don't have too many options for the randomization right now, so I'll be adding a lot more. Trying to get this game to feel good. There's the boss. Still, okay, so it's showing 30 out of 30. 99%. That doesn't make any sense. Now it's not updating at all. Oh, I know what the issue is. Wait, I'm a raider again. RGB Productions Games, welcome in again. Yes, you are. You get the double raid. Oh, we got named something. From It's to Bob. Simon's Pies Food Business. This caterer specializes in spaghetti for coders, offering a menu guaranteed to console your coding woes. Console your coding woes. Delivering slices of pie that properly circumference your appetite. That properly circumference of your appetite. That one's a little. That one missed. That one went over my head. Where fast, good, and cheap are not exclusive, or your money back. Just tidy it up. All right, I'll tidy it up. All right. Thank you. That's a fun little redeem. I like that one. All right. Now you guys are forcing me to have to work in. You know, I'm gonna have to work in the randomizer for the name, so that'll be. I'll have to make that on stream. Do we not have a food? Am I missing it? Oh, corporate food company. I'm like, I know I have it right there. Simon met a pieman going to the fair was obviously the meme. Oh no, I don't know that meme. Simple Simon. I don't know this meme. I do like Simon's Pies though, with the sigh. All right, I'm gonna put it in as this for now, and then if I remember, I will fix that. Let me go ahead and add it. Resources, companies, create new resource, company. Simon's Pies. And then company name. Corporate food company. I don't know if this is too long. This is why I might switch them in the actual thing, the game engine. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Says Simple Simon to the pieman. Let me taste your ware. Send the pieman to Simple Simon. Show me first your penny. Says Simple Simon to the pieman. Indeed, I have not any. First bit. Now you know it's a long poem for kids. That is a long poem for kids. Do people remember these things? I love this though. Spaghetti for coders. Offering a menu guaranteed to console your coding woes, delivering slices of pie that properly circumference your appetite. Appetite. Why do I keep saying appetite? Dyslexia. It's fun. Fast, good, and cheap are not exclusive. You know what? You'll never hear this anywhere else. You go to a web designer, developer, graphics, anything. It's like a triangle. You can have fast, you can have good, or you can have cheap. Or special 1 penny wares deals. Okay, it actually makes sense now. Thank you for sharing the nursery rhyme with it. Um, like I said, the spaghetti for coders is pretty funny to me. So that's all it took. That's all it took. Check this out. It's 2 bob just like that. We should here. Where is it? Fast food employee. Wait. There it is. Corporate food company. Boom. It's in there. And if I hit unlocked, there it is. Simon's Pies. Heading to bed. All right, Ryan Hawkins, I appreciate it, man. Hope you have a good night and a great start to your week. Thank you for hanging out tonight. Oh, all right. Okay, that's actually I think this is a good stopping point, to be honest. I need to figure out this boss thing, and I think next stream would be perfect for that. I felt like I spent so much time figuring this out, and it's probably something simple, but I am like burned out. I'm so tired. So we're gonna go raid Adam C. Jonas. We've raided him before. They are an awesome streamer. They're actually indie and they got a grant for their project. So they are very inspirational to all of us indies out there. They secured the funding that we all desire to have and they get to work on their project full time now. So I think he's like a creative director of a team and all that stuff. So like ask him about his project and I will see you over there. But I'm going to hang out there for a little bit. I'm going to be reading and heading to bed soon. So thank you all for hanging out tonight. Probably stream Tuesday night, I think. I think that sounds right. So like Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. If not Wednesday. So I will see you there. Thank you all again. Thanks for all the follows and thanks for your support tonight. I hope you like my project because it's going to be here for a long time. Thanks again, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye. Oh, I'll hydrate.